Welcome to Girl About the Globe, a podcast for you, the solo female traveller, empowering women to travel solo with maximum adventure, minimum impact. In today's podcast, I'll be discussing ways on how to live and work abroad. Stay tuned. Living and working abroad. You don't have to save for years to be able to travel. Although some travellers work for a long period of time to save up for a trip before taking months off to experience the world, this doesn't have to be the only way that you travel. If you're longing for a new chapter in your life but you don't want to emigrate abroad, there are several ways to experience living and working in another country, even if it's just for a few months. So where can you go and what jobs can you do abroad? Teaching English. It's a skill that we all have as native English speakers, and with so many people around the globe wanting to speak our language, English teaching jobs are in big demand. If you have a degree and can speak English fluently, then you can apply for a Teaching English as a Foreign Language course, known as a TEFL. Online courses for up to 160 hours are available and can act as a starter platform for your teaching career. In less than just 1 month, you could be applying for teaching jobs abroad. Salaries differ from country to country, but the most well-paid jobs are usually in Saudi Arabia, Oman and Dubai, which may require a SALTA certificate and experience of teaching. If you've ever wanted to teach in South Korea or China, then a TEFL is your passport here. Contracts are usually for at least a year, and your employer generally pays for your flights to your country. It's a great way of seeing the world and a rewarding career. Au pair. If you enjoy babysitting, then you could consider au pairing abroad with a host family. Host families are looking for full-time live-in childcare, so it's a great chance to experience family life firsthand. Au pair jobs are generally for a year, and you're usually connected to other au pairs in the same area, so you have extra support if it's your first time living away from home. You live with a family and look after their child or children. You may be asked to perform basic duties like cooking and cleaning. It's also a great way to brush up on your foreign language skills. Because you're living with a family rent-free whilst also being paid, you can save up and travel afterwards. Au pairing is a great way to experience another culture, and it's popular in the USA and Europe. Ski instructor. If you're an adventurous girl about the globe and enjoy skiing or snowboarding, then how about a seasonal job on the slopes? You do need a good level of skill, normally intermediate, to apply. Courses can run for up to 12 weeks. Once you have your level 1 certificate, you can move on to your level 2. Working in a ski resort is very sociable, and you also get to enjoy your favourite hobby. You could find yourself skiing or snowboarding in the Alps, New Zealand or Canada. Dive instructor. If you prefer water to the slopes, then why not become a dive instructor? To become a PADI instructor, you have to have a minimum amount of logged dives. You then need to complete a PADI instructor development course, which takes 14 days. But once you're certified, then you could find yourself navigating the reefs in Australia, Egypt, or the Philippines. You could even do your course on an island such as Koh Tao in Thailand and enjoy the exotic lifestyle before you qualify. Flight attendant. A flight attendant is not only a good way to travel, it's also a worthwhile career, and you can find yourself progressing through the airline. Due to the nature of the job, it can mean long working hours, especially if you're on several short-haul flights at the beginning, but you can get flights for free as an employee. You may need a background in customer service to apply, as you are dealing with the public. Yacht crew. Working on a super yacht doesn't just pay well, it tips well too. Attending to rich clientele is definitely going to help the savings account. You don't need any previous experience, as the most common roles are stewardess or deckhands. A role as a stewardess involves housekeeping, laundry and serving meals and drinks. Even though you may not need any experience in that role, you will probably need a seafarer certificate covering basic safety. Although you have to pay out for the certificate, you'll soon be making it back and more. Where else can you get to sail around the Mediterranean and Caribbean and get paid for it? Cruise ship. If the thought of a small yacht makes you go green, then consider working on a cruise ship instead. There are various jobs on cruise ships such as casino croupiers, nurses, photographers, bar stewards, waitresses, housekeepers and singers and dancers for the entertainment crew, to name it just a few. Your work hours depend and differ on the job that you have. If you choose to work in a bar, the bar is generally always open, so you may find yourself with hours a day to yourself instead of a full day off. The casino isn't legally allowed to open while the ship's docked, so you are guaranteed more time off in this department. Your accommodation is usually covered, as well as all of your food, so anything that you earn is yours. Contracts are usually for 6 months with 2 months off. Some cruise ships are better than others, which makes them harder to apply for. Nursing. It takes years of study to become one, and once you're qualified, the other side of the world is calling. Australia is a fantastic place to work, with nurses earning more than they can in England. With nurses in high demand for the country, nursing abroad and working for an Australian healthcare provider is a rewarding experience and can offer excellent career opportunities for permanent or temporary work in the country. Where else can you go for a surf before work? Bartending. If you've ever seen the film Cocktail, then you may fancy yourself as a bartender, especially on islands such as Ibiza. Bartending is a great way of socialising and partying at the same time. You can work near the beach in the summer months and in ski resorts during the winter. Companies sometimes provide accommodation and food to cover some or all of your living costs. If you don't have any experience, then you can take a course to learn the skills. It doesn't have to be in your own city either, as you can find bartending schools in places such as Barcelona or even Cyprus. Once you've learned the skills, you'll be making cocktails all over the world. Unless you arrive early in the season and ask around, then it may be challenging to get bar work independently, so look on a bartending job site instead. Working in a hotel. If you currently work in the hospitality industry, look at transferring to a different hotel. With most hotel chains being international, it opens up the possibilities of being able to work in a different country and experience a different culture without sacrificing a salary. Whether you're a chef, a receptionist, wine waiter or waitress, you can easily find work abroad, even as a chambermaid in the Alps. Working in a hostel. Okay, so you're not really going to get rich from doing this, but it can reduce your accommodation costs. As well as getting a bed for free, you usually get a meal or two as well. Working in a hostel is also very social, with the chance to meet travellers from all over the globe, whether you help out in reception or find yourself guiding one of the evening bar crawls. It can help your budget last longer and you get to sleep for free. Working online. Are you a graphic designer, a software engineer, or do you have other skills which you could use online? Working remotely gives you the opportunity to be able to live anywhere, as long as you have good Wi-Fi, of course, and travel as you work. Getting work lined up before you travel will give you a peace of mind before you go away. You can then plan your time and hours around your work. Maybe your skills can be transferred to consulting and teaching others in your profession instead. Although these may only be on a contract basis, working remotely gives you the freedom to be able to travel and work when you choose. Whether you want to experience life abroad for a year or a lifetime, working abroad can be one of the best decisions you will ever make. It may not be for everyone and it may make you appreciate life in your home country instead, but whatever your reasons are for going, it will open you up to possibilities and could lead to opportunities that you may not have had otherwise. My personal experience of living abroad have totally enriched my life and helped me gain a bigger picture of the world and how other people live. Why stay at home when you could be off on the adventure of a lifetime, earning money abroad and travelling the world? I hope that this episode has shown you different ways on how you can live and work abroad. And if you want to read the article, you can find the article on the Girl About the Globe website. Thanks for listening to this episode. Thanks for listening to our Girl About the Globe podcast, making solo travel easier for you. Find everything that you need for your solo travels at girlabouttheglobe.com, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode.